Hello, hello, hello. But yeah, I've had a request by one of my subscribers. His name is Kindness ARK. I believe it's a random act of kindness. Another vlogger from Birmingham. He asked me the question to compare how I think drivers from Birmingham are compared to drivers in other parts of the country that I've been to. So I'll try my best. So yes, Birmingham drivers, Brummie drivers, are quite disciplined. Somewhat. They are not as disciplined as any other part of the country that I've been to, because they don't tend to... I mean, there's not a shitload of motorcyclists in Birmingham. You see a fair few, but you don't see, the quantity that London has. It's nothing compared to that. So I suppose London drivers are prepared for cyclists and motorcyclists, although they still drive like complete prats. I've never ridden in London, thank fuck. So, I do value my life. I don't value losing my life to some twat in a car in London. Although it would be interesting to do, for experience-wise. But anyway, off on a tangent. Yeah, Birmingham drivers, they're okay. Most of them don't tend to look in the mirrors though, that's the problem. You do have to, as you've probably seen most of my videos, when I'm filtering, I tend to rev my engine a bit. That normally gets their attention, or I turn my high beam on during the day. As said yesterday, it's just anything to make them notice me is beneficial. But in comparison, I've drivers in places that have a lot of open roads surrounding the area, such as Derby, Derbyshire, Matlock, especially Matlock. That place is insane for biker awareness. If I go up somewhere like Bridgenorth, up that way, you do worry. You have to always worry, but there tend to be better drivers up there. Obviously, there are so many motorcyclists that go up that route and around that area and down towards Wales and down these beautiful A roads that people have no other choice but to be aware. Otherwise, they'll kill someone. The area you ride in, or the area you live in, you just get used to the way people drive and you understand what you need to do and all that sort of stuff. But the general concept is the same when riding a motorbike, but obviously different scenarios, etc, etc. And I find that cars tend to follow suit. So if one person does one thing, the other person tends to do the other thing, the same thing even, and it's like a bunch of sheep. Very nice bikes there, sir. So yeah, there's no problem with me riding in Birmingham. To answer ARK's question, it's alright. I don't mind it too much. Like I say, most of the time it's pretty boring. Nothing really happens. Not that you want it to happen. You need something to spice up your life a little bit, don't you? Keep you on your toes. Just looking. Cheers, love. She's gonna move. Yeah, she is. Bloody hell, I'm gonna get a crink in my neck soon. This whole conversation is obsolete now, because everyone's been so kind and generous and moving out of the way for me. That they've heard me speaking about them and they're like, oh, we've got to make an impression, Scotty boy, so let's make sure we do it properly. Yeah. And they know they're on video, they know they're on YouTube, because they all love me and I'm famous and waffle. Speaking of the devil, when I was up Manchester a few weeks back, I wasn't riding, but they don't seem to know how to drive up there. Yeah, there was quite a few bikes out as the weather was meant to be pissing it down, but no, it was sunny as ever. And there was loads of riders out, and it made me cringe seeing the way some drivers react to motorcyclists. It makes me sick. Oh, there is one part of Birmingham which is horrific. Horrific. Crap, I tell you. But that's Alum Rock. Borsley Green. But again, the same position every day that I say goodbye. We shall meet again, YouTube.